Alright, Relic here with the RelliKs. I'm going to go ahead and do a video of how I did with my predictions, my reactions to WrestleMania last night, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the fucking problems I had with the WWE Network, since I went ahead and watched this on the WWE Network. Alright, well, the predictions. AJ Styles, wrong company. AJ ended up winning the championship on that one, which Super Chad and I both had the same pick on that one, so that was a wash. Usos won. We both picked the Usos. Wrong about the Big Show winning the Battle Royal, which that sucked. And then wrong about I was wrong about Bray Wyatt winning against John Cena. And I was wrong about the Undertaker winning against Brock Lesnar. I was right about Daniel Bryan winning against Triple H, and I was right about Daniel Bryan winning the championship and the triple threat. It was definitely fun to go ahead and do a little prediction thing with my son. So it turned out 4-4. Although coming into the main event, he was winning actually 3-4. So he was able to, no matter if all he needed was Daniel Bryan to go ahead and lose. It didn't matter if it was Batista or his pick, which was Randy Orton, and he would have beat me. So let's go ahead and talk about the Undertaker. Holy shit. So fucking pissed. Spoiler. Well, this whole entire episode's a bunch of spoilers, but spoiler, wrestling's fake. I know that. So him losing this whole entire streak and everything, I understand that. I don't know why he passed it on to, or decided to go ahead and lose to Brock Lesnar, but the main point that I go ahead and watch wrestling, and that why I love wrestling so much, is I like to go ahead and watch the effort that these guys put in. I like to go ahead and watch the performances they go ahead and put on, and I also get a kick out of train wrecks ended up happening. You know, things that aren't supposed to go ahead and happen, because they're live shows. Sometimes some unique stuff can end up happening. For instance, Randy Orton doing that RKO on the table and landing directly on a monitor, and I'm sure tonight and probably for the next week or so he's probably going to be pissing blood, because that was he was not supposed to land like that, and that had to hurt like hell. So I find I get a kick out of watching that kind of stuff. I get a kick out of predicting some of these things, you know, seeing the trends and stuff that are happening. I didn't see the Undertaker losing. I really didn't. And I definitely definitely did not see the Undertaker putting on the performance that he did. It was horrible. It was hands down the worst performance I have ever seen him ever. I mean, he was out of shape. That seemed pretty obvious. And you could see it on his face at the end of the match. You could see that he was disappointed with his own performance. Watching some interviews and stuff with Mick Foley and the levels that he has put on, and the interviews and stuff that he's put on, they talked about some of his matches and how he prayed to God before one of the matches that he's just like, just please don't let me suck. That was the bar that he set for himself, was just don't let himself go out there and suck. Unfortunately, the Undertaker went ahead and went out there and sucked, and I don't know if it's going to be his last match or not. I think that's going to be something that you can tell that he was upset with it. You could tell. I'm sure he's going to be. That's going to be something that's going to be aching inside of him to right this wrong, that he went ahead and had what was supposed to be his last performance and go out the way it did. And I'm not talking about winning and losing. I'm talking about just the performance that he actually put on in the ring. You just, granted, the Triple H feud and the Shawn Michaels feud, and even the CM Punk match last year was far better. The CM Punk match wasn't. The Triple H and the Shawn Michael, those those 4 WrestleManias and stuff that they did over that 4-year span was some of the most amazing storytelling and most amazing physical matches that you could possibly go ahead and do in a ring. It was just unbelievable, and nothing's going to go ahead and take away Undertaker's career. He's still, hands down, going down in the history books as the greatest, even if this is his spoiled fruit. I really wish he just, instead of having this match this year, would have just called it quits on his career last year. If this is what was going to end up happening, if this was the performance that he was going to put on, I just really wish he would have just called his career quits and quit the streak, with the undefeated streak. I don't know if there was pressure. I'm looking forward to finding out, maybe at one point, if there was pressure or something like that from Vince or Triple H or someone, some of the storytellers or whatever, that you can't just leave the streak undefeated. You can't leave this company without losing, passing the torch and losing it. Well, the problem is he didn't fucking pass the torch. He gave the one win to a guy that's in wrestling once a year. Who knows if he's even going to stay in wrestling? There's talks about him going back to UFC possibly. It's so irritating that it was Brock Lesnar. That bothers me. It's an accidental story that ended up happening. The whole entire reason why Undertaker ended up even having this streak go on was just because I think he's actually the one wrestler that has the most wins. His win-loss percentage in wrestling is astounding. It is just absolutely amazing. I don't know exactly the exact numbers, but it is way beyond every single other wrestler. The amount of matches that the Undertaker wins is so much more than every single other wrestler. So the streak sort of just came as a byproduct of that. And then once when they started looking at it like, oh crap, man, this guy's has all these wins at WrestleMania, and never been defeated. You know, let's make something of it. And so that's kind of what created the whole entire streak. And it's a great story. It was a great story that ended up happening. You know, and to have that story end the way it did, it's like having an absolutely unbelievable, excellent movie and then just completely blowing the ending. Yeah, I'm really disappointed in the WWE. I'm really disappointed in Undertaker's performance. I'm disappointed the way that whole entire match went down. It wasn't the right way to go ahead and end that story. Unfortunately, there's no do-overs in the WWE. You fuck up, you fuck up. That's just the way it goes. I mean, Hulk Hogan went ahead and realized that when he named the wrong stadium. But yeah, the Daniel Bryan match, the Undertaker, or the Triple H match with Daniel Bryan was okay. It wasn't too bad. I mean, again, I was expecting that and stuff. I was hoping it would be a little bit more physical than what it was, but it was still pretty good. Now, the Randy Orton, Batista, and Daniel Bryan match, that was amazing. I really loved the way that the whole entire everything came together on that. Triple H getting into it, Stephanie McMahon having the referee land on her ankle. That was pretty cool. The whole entire, I mean, Randy Orton, that guy is absolutely amazing. I'm not the biggest Daniel Bryan fan. I knew that he was going to end up winning this just because of the whole entire build up and stuff. It's not because I'm like, oh, I love Daniel Bryan and I'm going around yes. No, I'm not. I mean, he's a good wrestler. I enjoy watching him. I enjoy watching his matches. I'm not. He's just not at that point yet for me. He's getting there, definitely. I mean, Randy Orton wasn't at that point there for me also until Mick Foley went ahead and put him over. Once when Mick Foley put Randy Orton over in the I think it was a street fight is what it was. Anyways, he ended up slamming Randy Orton a bunch of tacks and thumbtacks and barbed wire bats, and I mean, it was just an absolutely amazing, brutal match. And at that point, I ended up getting so much respect for Randy Orton putting that on. So yeah, watching that was definitely pretty amazing. Watching Randy Orton continue to wrestle after he went and landed on that monitor and obviously was in a ton of pain was pretty interesting too. So, okay. I am going to talk a little bit about the WWE Network. I absolutely have loved the WWE Network since I went ahead and first started watching it about a month ago. And watching all the different matches and stuff, enjoying all the different pay-per-views that it has on there. So, I mean, I was really enjoying it. And then the Hall of Fame ceremony, I watched that live on Saturday night. It was like a fucking slideshow. It was skipping all over the place, having all kinds of friggin' problems. I have 30 megs on the, it's like 37, 38 megs on the download and 5 megs on the upload. I've had all the way up to 50 sometimes, so I don't have any friggin' problems as far as internet speed goes. I work for a cable company, so I know that 37, 38 megs is perfectly fine to go ahead and stream high definition video. I friggin' turned off every single computer in the house. I went ahead and turned off my multiple Xboxes. I turned off the phones. I turned off every single thing in the house to go ahead and make sure that WrestleMania was going to go ahead and be running just fine. And it wasn't. It was like a fucking slideshow. The whole entire WrestleMania. I'm gonna play a little bit of clips.
Here goes freezing again.
I'm not gonna play too much of it because I don't want to get in trouble. It's not for anybody watching any sort of things. It's just to show the actual performance that I went ahead and took with my cell phone, just of the screen while WrestleMania is playing.
Ever since Brock Lesnar's fall, he has done the unthinkable. Doc, this is far from high school. I know it is. We're in the yard of the phenom. And tonight, WrestleMania is brought to you by Diet Dew.
So, anyways, WrestleMania on the WWE Network, it was like a friggin' slideshow. The whole entire thing. I'm watching this, and it's just clip. I missed the Bray Wyatt and John Cena 3 count. It goes ahead and plays for a little bit, and then it stutters, and then plays, and then stutters, and then it'll freeze, and then it'll go super fast to catch back up with the live feed. It's just horrible. Watching live events on the WWE Network is horrible. After everything was done, then it was great. I was able to go ahead and watch. I was able to go back and watch the Brock Lesnar match and the Daniel Bryan and the Triple Threat match. I was able to go back and actually watch those, but I was not able to really watch them live in any sort of fashion. And that is fucking really upsetting, because that's not what I agreed to when I was like, okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and start doing the WWE Network. I'm not going to be buying the pay-per-views anymore. I'll just watch it all on the WWE Network. That's not what I agreed to. I was hoping that this wasn't going to happen, but then when I saw the Hall of Fame ceremony fuck up, and now with the WWE Network, or with the WrestleMania 30 fucking up, I mean, it's going to happen every single pay-per-view. It's like, I don't want to fucking pay for this shit. I mean, I enjoy watching all those old matches and stuff, but that's not what I got the WWE Network for. I got it for the exclusive content, the original shows, and the pay-per-views. That's what I went ahead and got it for. I have plenty of wrestling DVDs. I have Netflix. I have a bunch of other stuff that I can go watch a lot of the DVD stuff. I have a whole bunch of WrestleMania DVDs. I got all that stuff. So it's not what I bought the WWE Network for. I bought it for its original content, and I bought it for the pay-per-views, and I bought it for fucking WrestleMania, and it fucked up on WrestleMania, and that really pisses me off. I tried calling the fucking WWE last night to let them know what was going on. I got fucking transferred around like crazy. I talked to the technical department, and they're like, well, you need to actually talk to our cancellation department. I'm like, well, I'm not exactly wanting to cancel quite yet. Now you're pushing me to that point that I want to go ahead and cancel, but I'm not quite wanting to cancel yet. Well, they transferred me over to the cancel department. Well, I told them the story what was going on. Yeah, it's working right now, but it wasn't when it was live. Oh, well, we can't go ahead and fix that. If it's working right now, it's working right now. I'm like, the problem is, if you guys can't get a live event going right, that's a big problem. So, okay, well, let me go ahead and talk to your supervisor. Is what actually, she went ahead and sat there and said, well, you should talk to my supervisor about this then, and then we can raise it up and we can do something about this. So I'm like, okay, yeah, let me talk to your supervisor then. So transferred again, talk to the supervisor. I start telling him the story of what's going on, and the motherfucker hangs up on me. Yeah, I was pissed at that point. So I don't know if I'm going to be even keeping the WWE Network at this point. Most likely not, unless they can go ahead and get their shit together. I don't know. I mean, maybe if they give me the next couple months free or something like that, I might go ahead and keep it. But otherwise not. I mean, I get the pay-per-views at a discount because I work for the cable company. So I don't have to go ahead and pay full price and stuff for the pay-per-views off of cable. But I saw the WWE Network, and at $9.99, it was a good price. A little bit cheaper than what I actually go ahead and get with my discount, which is cool. But it's not worth. I mean, you look at the footage of what I was watching, and that's not worth even $9.99. I mean, I don't want to watch just a bunch of still shots of friggin' of a pay-per-view. I mean, it wasted 4 hours of my time. So yeah. Well, that's my feelings about everything. I'm extremely upset about WrestleMania. The WWE Network ruined it for me. They made it the worst WrestleMania I've ever experienced. They ruined it for me and my family, which that really sucks because we enjoy it, and to have this happen, it just really sucks. So that's my feelings about that. Relic out.